Hey guys, welcome back to the Horror with your hostess with the mostest, Jenna, as always. Welcome back. So, real quick video for you, hopefully. I just kind of wanted to discuss, the typical topic that we normally hear in horror movies, mainly the criticisms of horror movies that are too violent. Women are portrayed as victims, as sexual objects and stuff, which in a way, like, to an extent, yeah, they are. That's, both aspects are true. But honestly, I feel like horror is so easily attacked for these, and no one else seems to ever bring up like non-horror genres like dramas, action movies, actions. I don't know why I said so weird. Sorry. Um, Action movies, yeah, whatnot, whatever non-horror movie, you might view or talk about. Like violence for me is a big one. Like, we're always, I always think of like those clips I would see, old clips of Siskel and Ebert bashing horror movies. Oh, the violence, blah, blah, blah. Well, yeah, there's going to be violence. It's a horror movie. But there's so many other movies that have just as much violence. I feel like more graphic violence than a lot of these horror movies. And, like something that I always think of, like first thing that I always think of is the RoboCop movies. I love those movies. I do. I'm not bashing them or anything, but like those movies, oh my god, some of the violence in that, like one that I've talked about quite often and a scene that I actually really love, a kill that I absolutely love, is that like toxic waste scene where the guy gets the toxic waste dumped on him and he gets smashed by the car and gets liquefied. Like no one ever attacks that, do they? I don't know. And that movie's filled with like, I'm sorry, like part of me, I don't really mean this, but like those movies are filled with dumbass broads that are like prostituting themselves out. No one ever attacks those. Or some of the Arnold Schwarzenegger movies from the 80s, Total Recall, Running Man, and stuff. Lots of violence in those movies as well, and women who are overly sexualized. Once again, no one ever seems to attack those movies. And it's like, once again, I love those movies. So I own Running Man, the one I just brought up. God, I'm having such a brain fart. Total Recall. Sorry, I'm trying to like my mind's going so fast right now. Like those movies are just as, if not a little bit more violent and over sexualizing women than some of the horror movies that we love and get attacked often, quite often. But it's just like, really, like, I know that some of these movies have gotten some criticism, some of these like action movies and stuff or drama movies, but it's like, really? Or even like, stuff like anything to do with like war, like Saving Private Ryan, Black Hawk Down. There's some violence, maybe not to the extent of like RoboCop or something, but there's still, quite a bit of violence. Maybe it's just because of the storyline, the subject matter of the movies that make it kind of socially acceptable. But really, honestly, it's like a lot of the criticisms I feel is like a little unnecessary. And honestly, too, if you're gonna really attack these horror movies, a lot of people are gonna just want to go see these movies even more because it's like, okay, what's the big deal? What's the big deal? So you're really just, telling people to go spend their money on these movies, but but yeah, like I said, I just, I kind of want to do this little video because I know all you guys are aware of this. All you guys I know are kind of like, dude, that's ridiculous that these horror movies are always so attacked for their violence, their gore, and their portrayal of women. But we are also very in tune. We're very smart about the portrayal of women and everything. And we're kind of like, okay, this is not how we would treat women in real life, obviously. But, it just like, dude, lay off the whole, criticism. I feel like maybe if it was a little more balanced, like if you're gonna, criticize Friday the 13th Part 4 for its violence and its portrayal of women, then you need to go after like RoboCop and Total Recall. I'm just saying, but I just want to kind of get that out there. Like I said, I know you guys are pretty aware of this. I know you guys have. I know a lot of your thoughts on this. I'm pretty aware of that. You guys are pretty aware of it, but that's just my little thoughts about it. But thank you for letting me kind of share that with you guys. Thank you for checking me out as always. Until next time, you guys, stay creepy, classy, and a little bit sassy.